Hey there guys, it's Rabbit. When are we gonna get that Hey Arnold reboot? Am I the only one who's thinking this? And welcome to our 100% item guide for Legend of Legaia. In our previous episode, we made our way over to Vidna because we were coming with the intention of doing a quick fetch quest for the mayor of Octam, but as it turns out, things are never that straightforward. Once we arrived here, we noticed that the windmills were no longer spinning, which means that Mist is now here in Vidna as well, which was one of the, I think, only places that well, no, that's not true. Byron Monastery was another one. But I was going to say it's one of the only places that we've stumbled upon that hasn't completely been overrun with Mist and its henchmen and minions. So either way, we got here and it wasn't looking too good. However, surprise, surprise, everything comes around full circle, and Dampus, the man who everyone was talking shit about, but still had the foresight to erect a little hidden, I guess you would say it's like a safe haven underground, or a little safety storage area underground. He was so kind and let a bunch of people into his little underground area, and then he himself came up to the surface to look for other people and has not yet returned. So that's a little bit sad. We might run into him as we're running around, but maybe we will not. So even though it's kind of sad that all of this is going on, we are still here with the intention of getting those goddamn bath salts for the mayor. So everyone is still chilling in the little basement that Dampus made, and we're looking for a fucking machine room, which I want to say was a door we checked earlier and was locked, but then again, that's probably not true because I believe someone said something about how the water is cooled now, so it's possible that we could have accessed this earlier. I don't know if I've ever really tried to come in here before the events with Zane and him freezing the lava, so I don't know, but that is how it goes. So that was the room itself. It's not really too hidden. Although I think the very first time I played this game, I had a hell of a time finding this fucking room. So I ended up exploring the entire village and I found this room last, or this building last, and that kind of blew donkey balls, but I'm showing you immediately where it is. And if we head in here to the bottom floor and come down the stairs, we find a shield elixir, which you guys know with me, selling fodder. So I'm always glad to find these because that means mo money, which ultimately means more items. So we will grab that elixir and we'll just do a round of spiriting. I'm tempted to just spam all of my magic, but I know that's going to honestly make the fight last longer than it needs to. But the whole round of, spiriting, I mean, I still think spiriting and then having them attack individually is faster than even if I had all three of them cast, like Freed, for example. I'm guessing it's faster, and it won't matter because repeat fights, you guys know the drill, will be cut out, so you don't have to worry about the monotony of all these beasts. I hate these curry devils and their offshoots. They block like the Dickens. Alright, but he is donezo. And Golem might be able to take out the orb. We'll see. Orb, you got nothing. Oh my god. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. No need to panic. We'll just auto our way through it. So the treasure here is not too hard to find for the most part. They're all, I would say, out in the open except for one thing, which is hidden. But that's how it usually goes, right? There's always something that the developers cheekily plop somewhere in a ridiculous way. Alright, so if we head over here, we grab the fucking spring salts that the mayor wanted. And while I'm thinking of it, let's go ahead and read the description for it. Because if I don't do it now, you guys will not see it because I will forget. So where are the fucking spring salts? Here they are. So it turns a regular bath into a hot spring. So maybe that's what he wanted them for. It's just to fucking make his water hot. I don't know. I'm trying not to think that this mayor is getting high. But at the same time, I think we can all agree if we were stuck in a similar situation, perhaps we too would be getting high. Anyway, if we run over here past the stairs and make our first north path, we can grab a healing flower and get into a fight. Yay. That's alright, because we got another variant of the pump bat, the devil bat. But we haven't seen these monsters in a while, so that's fine. And I think they should be fairly easy to knock out. And once we're done here, if you really want to, you're welcome to go back and sleep in the little underground storage basement area and pay the 250 gold, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to actually run all the way back to Octam. And as I noted in our last episode, you don't have to run there. You can use your doors of wind. I mean, you'll still have to go through the inside to take the elevator to the underground part. But it's really not too bad. And like I said many times, I like to get the extra XP and gold. Even if it's small amounts, I find that they add up over the course of the game. Alright, and one last little batch of autos. We'll send this orb to the next dimension. Perfect. Alright, so we grabbed all of the major chests here that I told you are pretty much out in the open. I mean, you get the elixir, you get the salts, and then you get the healing flower. However, there is a fourth item that a lot of people tend to overlook. So pay attention, my loves. Because I know most of y'all probably missed this shit too. And that's okay, because I missed this in my first couple of playthroughs actually. But these scrubs love hiding shit in random ass places that you wouldn't think to check. But if you do run over here and look at this little generator, maybe it was a heater or a water tower. I don't know what the fuck this is, but if you check the front of it, it has a magic ring. And you have no clue that it's there, so you're welcome, my friends. Alright, let's go ahead and use Noah's orb this time. We used Vaughn's last time. And I'll go ahead and use Gala's. I'm trying to evenly level up some of their Sarah, or at least the healing ones, just because you never know who is going to be doing the healing. And let's go ahead and check out the magic ring. Where are you? Magic ring, magic ring. Let me scroll through this bad boy. My god, you guys, am I blind? I don't. Oh, I am blind. Okay, it's here on page 2. Second item. It is an accessory and it increases your max HP or MP by 10%. I swear I can read you guys. So I don't know who I really want to give it to. Everyone's got decent shit for the most part. HP, blah, blah, blah. Noah's, I guess, has room for it. Well, what does Gala have? I guess I can honestly get rid of this. And since Gala's magic does the most right now, raising his mana makes sense. And whatever, he has a free slot. I'm not going to belabor this because honestly, it doesn't make a humongous difference. At least not in my opinion. So that just is how it's going to go. So at this point, like I already said, if you'd like to, you're welcome to run back and rest up and then I guess use like a door of light and then a door of wind. I am going to run all the way back through just for the extra gold and for the extra XP. So I will meet you guys once I am actually inside of Octam's underground. Or maybe I'll meet you when I come out of the elevator. I don't know. But I'll see you there and we'll talk to the mayor together and hand over his fucking salts. Be right back. We made it in pretty much one piece. I ended up just spamming a lot of my magic just because I was planning on sleeping here anyway. So let's go ahead and just do that first. Because knowing me, I will get totally distracted and leave without sleeping here. And yeah, I mean, we really only save 50 gold by sleeping here as opposed to just sleeping in Vidna, but whatever. Who cares? That's okay. And 50 gold is still 50 gold. So now we can go and visit with the mayor, hand over these fucking salts that he so desperately was pining for. And we better get some good shit out of him for this, because, not gonna lie, kind of an obnoxious quest. So Vaughn and the others handed the spring salts to the mayor. Oh, these are the spring salts. Thank you so much. What are these for, you ask? Oh, ha ha ha. Why, they're for putting into bathwater. They make it smell just like a natural hot spring. Ha. I cannot believe he actually admitted to us that that's genuinely what he wants to use these for. You should be ashamed, Mayor. Please take this in return. Although I know it's not much of a reward, please use it. So Vaughn and the others now have the slowness chain. Haha, you must have bathed in Vidna's hot springs, yes? I mean, we had gone to them, I think once when we first visited Vidna. But anyway, I guess we can just tell him that the mist has covered Vidna. Oh, It's because you saved this town that such a terrible thing happened to Vidna. Oh, the irony. I feel like I am to blame for the misfortune of the people of Vidna. But there must be something we can do. If you destroy the source of the mist, then they will be saved from the mist. Say, you are looking for a Genesis tree, correct? Well, I know where it is. It's at Mount Latona, which is next to Ratayu. But rumor has it that the ruler of Ratayu is quite a difficult fellow. But I'm sure you should be able to handle him, ha ha ha. Okay, that doesn't make me feel good about this at all. Now that Hari is dead, no one can tell us about the future anymore. I feel like the captain of a ship sailing the uncharted seas. Alright, whatever, buddy. So we got a slowness chain. Let's hope I can find it much faster than when I was looking for the magic ring. And here it is. So you get the last turn in battle, which, I mean, if you're the kind of person who really likes strategizing who goes when and what that person does. So I guess if you wanted, let's say, Noah to be your healer for whatever reason, you could give her the slowness chain and you can guarantee that she'll always go last and can sort of replenish all of your party members' depleted HP. So that's something to keep in mind. I don't find that much personal value in the slowness chain, but, you know, to its credit, it does allow for some theory crafting and some planning in terms of strategies for certain boss fights if you already know what to expect. But I'm not going to use it. I'm not that worried about it. I should have actually sold the not speed elixir. I think it's the shield elixir or whatever the fuck elixir we have when we were at the inn. So I'm going to quickly do that right now. And then we are done in Octam and we are going to head to Ratayu in hopes that we can maybe speak with the leader who will let us... Let's go over here. Oh, I do have a speed elixir too. Hey, that's why I was thinking that. So we'll sell both of those. Get our 1,500 gold, and I'll just keep everything else. I think we're in pretty good shape. But anyway, hopefully we'll be able to speak with the ruler. What's his name? Saryu, I think someone told us. And he should hopefully let us get to Mount Latona so that we can find this infamous Genesis tree that Octam's mayor was kind of blubbering on about. We'll see if everything unfolds that smoothly. You guys already know. In RPGs, what sounds like a fairly straightforward plan, it just never comes to fruition in the same way that you would expect it to, which is good. It keeps us on our toes. So I'll keep you guys with me as we run back up through this. We should be able to make it to Ratayu, and then we can call this an episode. And since I was a good girl and just rested, I will not spam my mana. Instead, we will just deal them some raw deeps. That DPS though, and we'll be able to head on out of here. And I will tell you guys right now, I very much like the events that happen in Ratayu. It's one of my personal favorite cities that we come to. And this is something I don't know if I've discussed with you guys so far during this walkthrough or this Let's Play. This is one of those RPGs where I don't really like all of the towns, or many of them even. Fuck you, B. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Where there are those games where you just love going to new towns, and it's so cool because they have very imaginative layouts, or, I don't know, the architecture's inspiring and beautiful, and the characters are whimsical and fascinating to talk with. This game, I don't think the towns themselves are that dynamic and that interesting, and part of that just comes from the fact that the game itself is revolving around you bringing back life to them. So when you first come to towns, you know, they're just shrouded in mist, and there usually aren't people to chat with. So that kind of makes it to where the villages themselves leave a bit to be desired at times. You're just not really going to feel that ecstatic when you stumble upon them for the first time. Or at least I don't find myself ever really experiencing those emotions. And that's not to say, as a disclaimer, that I dislike any of the towns, but I just don't feel like the towns are that vibrant and lively. But that makes sense with the context of this game. Whereas there are RPGs where it's exciting to see new villages and new towns because you have a lot to really look forward to. And I guess in a sense here, you do have to look forward to the fact that there might be new Seru in the towns that you encounter. So it has that, where other RPGs wouldn't have that kind of mechanic, right? So all of that I'm sharing with you just to say that I genuinely do like Retayu. Retayu and one other town. And those of you who have played through this game can probably guess what the other city is that I enjoy and I think is very fun. And the layout is interesting, and I'll even go so far as to say the layout's fairly unique. Like, there aren't very many RPGs that have something similar to this one. But you guys will see in due time. So for now, we'll just focus on Retayu, since that is the one we're going to be coming to first. But I'll be sure to bring this back up and gush about the other city once we get there, because I think that one is a great example of developer, or the whatever team, the creative teams, just creativity in general, and what they put together and everything that happens there is pretty cool. Anyway, if we check this out yet again, you do recall we've seen this gate when we were heading over to the Shadow Gate, and now we want to head west to Retayu. We should be able to get there and hopefully not have too many shenanigans happen. So let's keep on rolling. We're almost there, my friends. I cannot wait for us to be able to access this place and hopefully save Vidna from their mist. Oh my gosh, a mad ogre and demon fly. And it's kind of funny, like the mayor said, it's a tad bit ironic that in our attempt to save Underground Octam, we actively had a hand in fucking up everything that was going on in Vidna. And we even had the hint dropped that Retayu was also known for its hot springs. So who knows? Did our actions also potentially lead to problems there? We'll have to see. But I always love that when... Get wrecked. But I always love that when RPGs make it to where the actions you take do impact the outcome of other things. It reinforces the idea that there can be consequences for your choices, even if your decision was based on you wanting to help or do something noble for someone else. So that's pretty cool that they threw that in there. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think Legend of Legaia is horrendously underrated as an RPG. Like, it just breaks my heart because it's so wonderful. But anyway, we made it, my friends. So when we come back together in our next episode, we will finally get to explore Retayu, which I've kind of teased to you guys that I like everything that is going to be happening revolving around this city. So I cannot wait for you guys to join me for the next sets of episodes that will revolve around it. So until then, take great care of yourselves. I am your host, Rabbit. This is my 100% item guide for Legend of Legaia, and I'll see you very soon, my friends.